Right then, hello and welcome to the start of the new season for FTRL Division 2. We're in Australia tonight, a pretty good one to start off with, nice traditional one. And joining me is Remco and Joe. How are you?
Doing well.
Ooh. Good. Excited. New season.
It is indeed.
Can't wait for this.
It should be good. We've got a
Who's
few...
the first out on track?
I don't know, probably Aaron. But I mean, we've got Nexus Cats, I believe.
I think it's Toro Rosso Stocky. Oh, Cats, yeah, right, sorry.
Well, that's one of the worst camera angles I've ever seen. But anyway, so we've got a few different faces than last year. We've got some of the relegated guys. A couple are absent. We've got Aaron and Super Jills. And I believe Lennon isn't here. Yeah, I guess we should go through the teams, discuss them a little bit, since
actually,
that's
may I
thing.
interrupt you for a second, because I have some intel that it will be raining in the race, a intermediate race for the whole race.
Well, thanks for
So
ruining
Div
that.
2 again with race, again with rain.
Well, Aaron will bin it then. That's sorted.
But yeah, sorry, Will, go on.
Yeah, I was saying that we should get the teams up, because obviously we've got an entirely new way of doing constructors and an entirely new set of teammates. So we should run through them. So in the Ferrari, we've got Aaron and Goy Karp. What do you make of that team?
Half strong.
So Aaron is a
on
massive noob, is what you're saying, and Goy Karp is...
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, going for the championship. No, I mean that's it's got an experienced driver in Aaron who we know is quick, and then we've got Goy Karp who, okay, gets a lot of jokes, but the guy works hard. He's been practicing a lot building up to this season. I'm sure he'll learn a lot from Aaron. So I'm looking forward to see what Goy does this season.
Remco, Aaron and Goy. What do you think?
Of course, Aaron, the big favourite. After last season not being there for the most races, getting demoted, I think he'll be on top. He has to show for himself because he's the man with all the expectations on him. So he'll have to meet those. And of course, Goy Karp, he's always there, and he has always got a chance for points. So interesting lineup. Yeah,
Aaron obviously been voted by the admins and Twitter pretty much that he is the clear favourite for the Div 1 title. It's fair to see he came 4th in FTRL Season 7, I think, so in Division 1, so he's got a decent amount of pace to him. And Goy Karp, if he can keep his race clean outside the top 10, you do get a point for no penalties, so he might be able to get a few points for the Ferrari team. Force India, we've got Willy Tix and Nexus Jack Fox. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Tix is notorious for very impatient driving. We saw that a few times last season. But the thing is with Tix, if he gets his head down and drives, I'd say properly, then he's a fairly quick driver. And then we've got who was the other guy?
Nexus Jack Fox.
Nexus Jacks, yeah. Who is the only one here tonight. Again, had a decent season. Last season is fairly quick. I would expect him to be quite well.
Yeah, Willy Tix, how many times did he win last season?
Twice?
Twice, yeah, so he definitely has the pace, but if he just keeps up that consistency and make sure he doesn't make the most stupid moves sometimes, and he'll be on top. Probably somewhere with Aaron and some others. I don't really know, because who was his teammate again?
Nexus Jack.
Yeah, I don't really know him well, so I can't really say anything about him. Sorry.
Yeah, Willy Tix and Nexus Jack, I think summed it up pretty well. Willy Tix always had the pace. His racecraft has been improving as of late, I'm going to dare to say, but he's not here to prove it to me, unfortunately. And Nexus Jack, as you said, we haven't really seen much of him so far. So hopefully he can have a pretty decent season. We've got the first few laps coming in. Super Jills setting the pace on the Supers, 21.5. I believe we'll see that come down. In the Haas team, we've got Bendel 8 and House of Zom.
Yeah.
Bendel, yeah, of course, the man who has been improving. So wait, there's cars on tracks, not driving, but yeah, Bendel, yeah, of course, very much improved last season, getting 6th places, 5th places. So I expect him to be there again in this season. And yeah, and who was his teammate? Sorry.
House of Zom.
The new guy.
Yeah, he's been having issues with the PS4, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has, yeah.
Yeah, so I hope he'll be able to race tonight and get some good points for the team.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, House of Zom, new guy to FTRL, so I'm sure there'll be, you know, a few nerves building up to his first race. And as Remco said, Bendel was getting increasingly quicker last season. So yeah, I would expect them to be a fairly strong team, to be fair.
Yeah, Bendel is one of those.
I think Super Jill Spills is having some issues or something because he's so slow on track. Maybe he's got no fuel.
Yeah, he's probably run out of fuel.
Yeah, it's not great.
He's been holding up drivers. So.
Still has his DRS open though, so still committed.
Yeah.
Getting the max out of that no fuel car. But yeah, Bendel's one of the. He's pretty underrated, to be fair. I think if he can get better with that wheel, he's going to score some pretty decent points for the Haas team, I imagine. And House of Zom, we'll wait and see. He seems to be sort of leaving and rejoining again, so it's not looking too great. But
yeah, hopefully he gets that sorted.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out in the end. The McLaren team, we have the Performance Champion and just narrowly missing out on promotion last year, FTRL Panini and Agent Panda. What are your thoughts?
Got his nemesis.
I mean, sorry, Joe. Yeah, you go.
Go on. Go first. Go
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, Panini. Now then that it is raining. Last season in Belgium, I think he won when it was raining. So I expect him to be up there again today because it's a really difficult track, Australia, to keep it on track in the rain. So the one who will not spin will probably win. So yeah,
that's a good
and
line.
for the rest of the season, he'll be there again. Like he'll be fighting for those top 4 places.
I know that trademark for him, though.
Sorry?
Who will not spin will probably win.
Yeah. And of course, Agent Panda, the teammates, yeah, the same as Goikarp. They have always been battling, and if someone messes up, then they will be there to pick up the points. So let's see what they can do this season.
Yeah, can't disagree with that. I mean, like room for Pagani, I mean, we know how quick Pagani is. I say performance champion from last season. Very quick in the rain, and it's sort of that Ferrari team where you've got the sort of experienced driver, and then you could just say, the sort of number 2 that's still sort of getting grips of the game, getting quicker every season. So it's just another one of those teams I would expect to, get along quite nicely.
Yeah, Pagani's made it very clear he wants to pretty much annoy Aaron as much as possible. So I'm sure he'll be doing just that, especially at Canada, as Pagani's very close to Aaron around there. And Agent Panda is going to have a bit of a battle on his hands to keep his win over Goikarp, as Goikarp's put in a pretty good time there, 22-0.
Yeah,
and he's got Peatman and House of Zom as well, so they're going to have a pretty good battle, as well as Hattori Donzo. Big Don.
I must say, Stocky 9/10 in front of the pack, so 25 probably with a rain setup, I guess. That's a really good time.
Yeah, Aaron's not set a time on the ultras yet, though.
Yeah,
he's still quicker than a few guys who have set times on the ultras, so I would expect Aaron to go pretty quick.
Yeah, he did a 20.7 in practice on the ultras with Aaron, but I'm sure he's put a few more laps in, and if you're running a wet setup, it might be a little bit slower. So following on from that, we've got the Mercedes team onto the podium and Blue Flag. A few people have reckoned that this is going to be one of the constructors for Div 2. one of the top teams in this division. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, they're both very good drivers. We flagged obviously if you had. We know how quick he is. He's always there or thereabouts with promotion. I'm not sure if he sort of wants to push for promotion. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, he's very quick, and Connor obviously coming back. It's nice to see him back in FTRL. He had a race last season in Brazil and got involved. So yeah,
Definitely a very good lineup, and they'll be fighting for those top places, I'm sure.
yeah
I think on the
known for defending.
Yeah, they are a pain in the ass to get past.
Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, anyone comes up against Mercedes, I feel fairly sorry for them, to be fair. But no, they're both very consistent, very quick drivers. I reckon they'll have a pretty strong finish in the constructors. Red Bull team, we have the demoted driver of Lennon and Nexus Cats. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Lennon had some DNFs last season, but that's probably because he was in the back. So you'll be getting more DNFs. Maybe in this league he'll be able to fight for those top places and be more consistent. I think he can do that. He's got some pace because he's shown it in Brazil last season that he could do it. So I think he'll be up there in this season. And Nexus Cats was his teammate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been showing decent pace throughout the last mid-season, I think. Like the last half of the season, I think he joined.
Yeah.
I think he's got some good results, like ending in the points, I think, sometimes. So
Yeah,
let's see if he can improve on himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Carry on from that. He got, I said, P5 only for Nexus Cats when he joined. So he's obviously got some pace, which should be interesting to see. Hopefully he kicks on. And then Lennon, if he cuts out, it's a bit like Matt Cause. If he cuts out the mistakes, then he could really challenge. I think he'll definitely be up there. It's unfortunate that he's missed today's race. It's not going to start him off very well. So hopefully he comes back stronger next week.
Yeah, he said, I've raced Lennon a lot in Division 1 over the seasons, and when he's on form, he's very, very quick, but unfortunately he's just had, I don't know really, he's just had a bit of a run of DNFs. And Nexus Cats, very up and down. Sometimes he's right up there, sometimes he's in a wall, so we'll see which one we get today. Moving on to the Renault team, City Posh Blue, who isn't here today, and one of the new drivers, Peteman.
Yeah, Peteman. I've been doing a little bit of practice with Peteman and Ravers. And obviously, I mean, he's only just picked up the game, just before last season finished, I think. So he's not had it very long, and he's thrown himself in. And he's come out unqualified, which is nice to see. So, wish him the best of luck for today. Hopefully, he doesn't jump into too many overtakes and things. Just takes it easy. Has a nice first race, just eases himself into it. And then C Posh, who we know, very fast driver, switched onto the wheel last season and lit it up. So, again, it's one of those drivers where it's a shame that he's missed the first race.
Yeah, City Posh, of course, got the pace. He's got some fourth places last season. I know he's quick. It's just a shame that he can't join this one, because I've been dying to see where he matches up against those guys now. I think also a top contender. I think I've been saying that a lot, but yeah, there are just so many drivers able to do it on a day. So I don't know. Interesting. You will?
Yeah, City Posh has been touted as one of the favourites to maybe get promotion this year, because he's been ever improving on that wheel. And Peteman, he said, pretty unknown. I don't think he's really been driving F1 a lot. I think he's only recently picked up the game, so we'll see where he can slot himself in. We'll come back to some of the other teams because we're getting to the end of qualifying, so we should probably focus on that. So, do you reckon Stocky's going to keep it, or is someone going to challenge that 20.4?
He's been improving on his 25. Oh, then I think he'll do it with this 24 with a wet setup. I don't think anyone can match this because it's a really good time.
Oh god, he just ran a little bit wide.
I think there was a Williams there
I do
going
expect
slowly on the
Blue
racing
Flag
line.
and Pagini more up there.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I think Nexus Cats ended up going to the back of a Williams there, who was on the racing line, unfortunately. I'm not sure which one it was.
Oh yeah, I just caught that on the stream.
Might have been Don.
And I'd also put my eyes on Super Jill Spills because I feel like he's got some pace this season.
Yeah, he hasn't done an ultra soft time yet, so we'll see where he can slot himself in.
Yep.
So do we reckon that 20.4 is a dry setup time then, or do you reckon that's a wet?
Oh, it's a tough call.
I don't think so. I mean, what was the qualifying time yesterday? Like a low 19?
19.4 was Black
Yeah,
Sits.
there's not a big difference between divisions, and stock is a quick guy, so I think on a dry setup he could at least get into the 19s. So, but yeah, you never know. Aaron isn't coming out of the pits, which means he's done. Same with the Nexus Jack. You know, none of these guys could get around again and set a fast lap. So.
Aaron is just on his outlap, so he's a little bit late. He will never make this.
Yeah, he's not going to get around.
I don't know why he tries this, but maybe he just mistimed it. Jeff giving some bad intel. I don't know.
Goy Karp is currently in the top 10 in qualifying.
Yeah, he's run wide as well on a few of his laps.
This could be a momentous occasion for Team Ferrari, learning from the two-time, he likes to call him, Dutch tricks.
Oh, he pits, so that's going to be that for Goy. He's got Agent Panda on a lap. And Keaton in the pits, and House of Zom on a lap as well.
Yeah, it's got from Ravers at 46 years, 6 months, 17 days, 19 hours and 18 minutes old. Don becomes the oldest ever FTRL driver, a record he will break every week. Yeah, congratulations, Don.
Love it.
Oh, that's some commitment for you.
Goy P10. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, Goy is in P10 on merit at the minute, which I think Ravers is probably quite surprised to see. Which one is Don? Well, that'll be Hattori Donzo.
Yeah, Hattori Donzo, Hattori. Probably slightly off-putting.
Got Super Jills, just coming into the final sector on his only ultra soft lap. He's going to need this to be a good one.
Should be able to improve. He's not DNF yet. I mean, corner cut. Sorry,
Not DNF.
corner cut.
It's not very nice to your team, mate.
Looks like a very decent time, to be fair.
There you go.
P2. All
Very
right.
good.
What's a
Very
lap?
good for my team then.
Now,
P1 and
that is
P3.
a very
Oh, onto the
surprising
podium.
grid. Very surprising grid.
Yep.
Good qualifying from Nexus Jack as well, up in 5th.
Yeah. There's a few surprises in there. That's it's good to see.
But yeah, how many drivers will we see spinning or crashing? Because it's gonna be raining.
All of them, I think.
Yeah, I think a few of the new guys will have a little bit of trouble in the rain.
It's really tough around here.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
So that is Goy Karp, who is actually going to have to start the race on the times he qualified on for the first time.
No, he won't
It's
because
written.
it's gonna be inters.
I was
Yes,
going to be the Inter.
He's still
Almost.
qualified top 10. This is the Goy Karp that once qualified that season.
I mean, looking at how much he's improved, he was generally a little bit behind Agent Panda on quali pace last year, and now he's 1.1 seconds clear.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's been putting in practice, man. I'm telling you. Goy is going to surprise a few people this season, I think, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's very impressive. Goy Karp. There we go then. Stocky gets pole.
Well, while it's in the interim, do you want to quickly run through the last couple of teams?
Sounds like a good
Yeah, of
idea.
course.
We've got the Sauber team of Prototype, Steph, and FTRL Hammer Time.
Missing tonight, in here. Well, I think both of them are missing actually.
They're both missing. Ooh. Bad start for them.
Yeah. I would have expected both of those guys to be in the top 10 as well. Yeah, Steph, I would expect to be up there and challenging for promotion this season, without a doubt. And Hammer Time, you know, he's a quick driver, definitely a top 6, top 7 driver. So, yeah, pretty decent team though.
Yeah, the same thing. It's both really decent and can be fighting for podiums on a good day. And also, of course, for the promotion slots, I guess.
Yeah, there were two drivers who I think a few maybe a little bit disappointed with last year, Steph and Hammersheim, due to the season before that they were both challenging for promotion at some point in the season. So I think we will see a little bit better from them, I imagine, but missing the start of the season obviously isn't going to help. Then we've got the Toro Rosso team of Super Gilles and Stocky, who I think is a very, very strong team.
Yeah, I mean they've just shown that. Great qualifying by those guys. So yeah, I would expect those two guys to be up there this season, if that's the pace they've got.
And Remco, since they are your team.
Yeah, I think they'll be very, very strong this season. I've chosen Super Jill Spills, and I was also asking him to choose Stocky because I know he's good. I mean, his debut for performance was already a win, so he's been showing pace and also consistency, which I like. Those guys will be fighting for the promotions and also for the race win of this Australia Grand Prix.
Indeed, so we'll just go through the formation lap as usual. Got Stocky on pole for Toro Rosso, very, very good lap. Looks like he was consistently putting in low 1 minute 20s. He's on the wet now though, so who knows. Onto the podium in second. He's usually fairly decent in the wet. He's very consistent, doesn't crash too often, so as Remco said earlier, it's going to be quite handy as it turns out. Super Juice Pills, demoted driver from Division 1, so he should have a fair amount of pace. Although he did DNF a lot, so maybe the wet in Australia isn't a great start to the season for him. FTRL Aaron in fourth, early favourite. Probably a little bit disappointed with fourth in the qualifying. I think he always likes to beat onto the podium, and he's probably not going to get past him now, so that's unlucky. Nexus Jack in fifth, very good qualifying from him in the Haas. Let's see if he can follow that up with a fairly good race. FTRL Panini in sixth, as mentioned, got himself a performance championship last season, and is fairly well rated, I think, in the wet, so he should be able to move himself forward. Michael C, who we didn't mention in the teams because we ran out of time, but he's in the Williams and he switched to cockpit cam, so I feel fairly sorry for the people around him, but I'm sure it should be okay in the end. Next is Katz, once again picked up a P5 last season in Hungary, so we're hoping that he can show a little bit of that pace. Blue Flag in ninth in the Mercedes. A little bit further down, qualifying is never a strong point, I'm sure he'll come through the race. Go Kart with a tremendous 10th place in the quali. He'll be hoping to maybe pick up a little point. Got Don and Bendel in 11th and 12th, both managed to drive into each other, so it's already looking great. Agent Panda in 13th in the McLaren, just out qualifying the two new drivers of House of Zom and Peteman as they bring up the grid.
Smashing it.
Can you also continue doing the race start, Will?
No worries. Here we go then, going up to 5 red lights in Australia, in Melbourne. Let's get this season underway.
Right through.
Oh, there we go, that's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, they're away. Stocky and onto the podium heading down into turn 1. Let's see who can get a better start. Looks like a pretty good one from Stocky. Aaron's gone very well on the inside.
Aaron, very good start. Diving into turn 1. Oh, pushing Stocky wide. In front, Aaron.
It's a great start from Aaron.
Very, very brave move.
Extremely.
Nexus, Bendel's got past
Pagani around outside.
Well. Ooh, the two Torossos have made contact.
Ooh. Ooh, got the yellow flags. Not sure what's happened there. I think Hatari.
Not.
Yeah, House of Zom and Don. Done I think they're both lagged out simultaneously. That's interesting. Oh, Pagani and onto the podium, getting very close. Michael C goes around the outside onto the podium. Thanks to that little loss of traction.
So many things going on right now.
Onto the podium, Michael C still side by side. Onto the podium, gets it up the
grass
inside.
a little bit.
So he gets back his position pretty quickly. He's going to have a blue flag all over the back of him soon, Michael C. Aaron's got a 1.5 second gap to Stocky already. Oh, looks like Peatman might have had a bit of trouble.
Spun out.
Yeah, Peatman had a bit of trouble.
Aaron's setup clearly working better.
Michael C coming around the inside onto the podium.
That's a lot of cars. Goy Caps just overtaken Asia Panda. It's worth saying.
Blue flag on the back onto the podium. Might go for an inside dive. No, he doesn't.
Two Mercedes was broke very late from Cats, but he managed to avoid blue flag going into the braking zone. Looks like they're crawling around this track at the minute. Oof.
Dirty air and rain. The understeer is insane.
Yeah.
You can tell already the gaps are forming now.
Ooh, a bit in the background we've got Jack Bendel and next is Cats. Looks like they've all managed to get through in the same order they started in.
Panda in the pit.
Yeah,
Donzo in the pit. Peatman in the pit.
they've all picked up wing damage.
Unfortunate. Is it a one stop or is it a no stop even on these tires? I have no idea.
I doubt it.
I think there's a reason. Oh, blue flag had a massive snap of oversteer there, but he kept it on the track.
With a penalty. Oh, someone is off. That's Michael.
Michael C. Yeah.
He was. Oh, you don't think he's got damage?
No, he
He
looks
might
okay.
be in control of it. Nexus might as well get him though.
He was definitely into the wall. Also now.
6 seconds behind Nexus. Nexus.
Pagani closing up on Super Joe Spills.
Yep. Oh, he's taking that.
Oh, Super's lost it.
Oh, that's wheel off.
His luck continues, even in Division 2. Unfortunate for him.
That's very sad to see.
So that's going to put Goy up into the top 10.
It's a shame that he hasn't had much luck in Division 1 when he looked like he was on for a podium, so it's sad to see. But yeah, so we've got the two Mercedes, 4th and 5th. Blue flag just sort of following onto the podium round, not really wanting to try and overtake him in the rain. Aaron sets another fastest lap, 2.5 seconds clear of Stocky now. And Cats is still fairly close to Michael C, but not close enough to actually do anything.
See Mercedes quite close to each other.
Yeah, these two will be in a party, so I think onto the podium will be probably telling blue flag, please don't try and overtake me, but I'm not sure if he'll listen.
Nexus Jack is getting close to the back of Bendel. Bendel runs a little bit wide.
Yeah, not much spot for overtaking down here though.
So, yeah, you'd have to be very impatient to try and take down here. Bendel's gone wide again.
Yeah.
Just under a little bit of pressure. Aaron is now 4 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's flying.
Yeah.
Bendel with a sloppy exit. I think he'll keep it in front though for now because you don't want to be going side by side through 11 and 12 in the rain.
You don't want to do it anyway.
No. Understeer for Jack Fox keeps on track.
Yeah, but it's a very difficult track to overtake this one, especially without
You can
DRS.
tell because the gaps are forming like 1 second, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's really hard to follow.
Looks like blue flags dropped a little bit off onto the podium. Aaron puts in another fastest lap. So yeah, now we've got a little bit of downtime. The last remaining team was my team, actually. Michael C and Hattori Donzo. What are your thoughts?
Michael C and
Hattori Donzo.
yeah, Michael C. If you're in the last 4 to 5 races, he's been getting podiums. So well, now he switched up to the cockpit cam, hasn't he? You told me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he'll be struggling. But yeah, he definitely is showing some pace as of late. So on a good day, he'll be getting podiums, but he needs to be trying to pick up that consistency factor. Ooh, and just as we talk about it, no, keeps on track. But yeah, Michael C needs to be more consistent and definitely got the pace to be in the top 5. And Donzo, I don't really know much about him. He's of course a new driver. Let's hope for him.
Yeah, he's very close. Let's see if he can get a good run through this last sector.
I think he's gonna got a pretty good run through there. He's had a bit of a wiggle.
It's not
too far back, I think.
Yeah, it's not really got that straight line speed, it seems.
Onto the podium is
very good run now for Pagani. So close to Stocky.
Oh.
Will he go for inside? I think he will. Yeah, he will.
Oh, switches it to
Late
the
on
inside.
The brakes. Gets it done for now. Around the outside goes Stocky, much more traction. And he's got it for now. Oh, what a close battle this is. He's practically pushing Stocky around. So
I think he did make contact with Stocky there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think he did.
The podium picks up
Stocky
3
lost 2
positions.
positions.
Yeah, very unlucky.
Or 3, yeah. Yeah, sorry.
I won't do any damage though, so hopefully he can just carry on.
I think the only job and task for Aaron is to just keep it on track and maintain this gap.
Got Pagani chasing him
Got
down
nothing
now,
to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So maybe he can put Aaron under some pressure. It's the only way for him to bottle it.
Well, he said he wants to, so he's in a perfect position to do right now. Carp's fallen back a little bit from Nexus Jacks. It's hovering around 10 seconds now, but he's got a huge gap to House of Dom, so for a top 10 at the minute, which is good to see. Nexus Jack's still on the back of Bendel.
Yeah, I think it's showing how difficult it is to overtake in the wet.
Yeah, a few big gaps opening up now.
Yeah, from 2 to 5th is kind of a battle. Ooh, Stocky, very slow from turn 1 now, blue flag on his back. So much more exit speed out of turn 2. I think he will get it done, but late on the brakes. Orange Stocky can go around the outside as he did at Pagani. And no, he doesn't this time.
Yep.
Still bare of it this time.
Blue flag gets through.
Yeah, not a great view out from Stocky, and fair bit the first one probably wasn't his fault.
Maybe it's just the car being dodgy, you know, because I also had the same yesterday. It's a stupid dual spill spinning out. It's just a difficult car to drive.
Don't start making excuses. Okay, we've got onto the podium who's managing to follow Pagani pretty well.
Yeah, Pagani's not being able to pull away. And at the back of the grid we've got Peteman fighting with Donzo. He's used a lot of his ERS.
And Aaron is actually still extending the gap to Pagani. And he's under some pressure now from onto the podium, Pagani is.
Yeah, I think this this fight behind him has just helped Aaron pull away.
Yeah, definitely.
Just can't get a good run.
But that start from Aaron was absolutely nuts. Very good off the line. Going for a bold move into turn 1. Pushes Stocky wide, gets it done in front. Yeah, he's doing everything well so far.
Yeah, if I
unfortunately.
He has. If I know Aaron, and unfortunately I do, we'll be seeing a immediate after race highlights video on his channel.
Probably will.
If he wins, because that's what Aaron does. So, look forward to that one. Oh, they'll probably proclaim himself Max Verstappen or something after that start.
The gap has gone down now, so it's
Yeah,
going back,
Pagani
just going back and forth.
Yeah, Pagani's managed to extend the gap to onto the podium a little bit, so maybe he's just decided to push a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of gaps open up now. Onto the podium, and Pagani is our closest battle.
1 second, yeah, it will be a difficult day for us. We have to be able to talk about different stuff.
We might actually have to talk to each other. Oh god.
I think we will.
I think House of Zom's managed to get back in.
So who's your favourite to get promoted then? We'll start with that.
The four we picked, I think I picked Aaron onto the podium, Pagani, and Super Deal Spills.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember who I picked.
Just make it up. Make it up as you go along.
I mean, let's just go off this race and who looks more promising. So I'd go with probably Stocky, definitely Aaron, Pagani, and I think I went with Lennon as well, who unfortunately, as we know, is not here today. So
Fair enough. I think I went with Aaron, Pagani, on podium and City Posh, possibly. I think that was who I went with.
City Posh is a good shot. He's going to be in a difficult position coming back next week. But yeah, he's guy's definitely got the pace.
I think he was missing the first two already.
Oh, I think you're right. Agent Panda is right behind House of Zom.
Ah, we have a gap.
Yeah, he's got back in his car, but AI hasn't done him much in terms of. He's around a little bit wide there as well.
Aaron will soon also be lapping some cars, so let's see how nice they are to him. Ooh, Panda going around the inside, very good move.
Great move from Agent Panda. Onto the podium sets the fastest lap actually, which is quite interesting.
I'm just happy that we saw a move by Agent Panda.
That is an official certified overtake there on the FTRL channel by Agent Panda 505. We'll be watching that again, I imagine.
It was amazing.
It was a great one to start with.
And what will the pit window be? That I'm still thinking about.
Usually it's just sort of halfway.
Yeah, normally
the
it is.
So I imagine we'll see that.
I mean, hopefully it dries up a little bit and gets some closer racing. But
Matt Cause has gone with Aaron, Michael C, Stocky and City Posh Blue, which is interesting because he's not gone with Blue Flag onto the podium or Pagani in those predictions.
Actually, wasn't Aaron running no traction?
He is, yeah.
I think he isn't now. I think he's using me. Yeah, he is. He is now full throttle. Yeah, so he's cheating.
He's cheating. You've heard it here.
Yeah.
Aaron is cheating, and any result he gets is completely null and void.
Exactly.
Here we've got the two Nexus boys who ended up fairly close together. And although, as I just said, that Cats has extended that back to a second. Aaron, so it's
fastest lap from Aaron.
Yeah, he got annoyed by onto the podium,
so he could get a fastest lap in this race, but I think it will be set in the last laps because then the car is lighter.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. You get a point for fastest lap in the top 10, like F1 in real life.
Aye. And a bonus lap if you have a clean race outside the top 10 as well. So no penalties and you get an extra point. Might not make a sort of a lot of changes in Division 2, but certainly for Division 1 with relegation, it will help a lot with the guys outside the top 10.
Yeah, definitely. That's also what kept me going yesterday in the first end. Yeah.
And the podium's closing up a little bit here.
Yeah, he seems to get to about 7/10 and then can't really close up anymore.
Both of them are in high ERS. So maybe Pagani's running slightly more straight line speed maybe, because it seems to be through the straights where onto the podium was most of his time.
But I believe Pagani will also be in a party with onto the podium, so, and Aaron actually. So I think the top 4 are all in a party. So
Blue flag has fallen back quite a bit, which is quite surprising.
He has. He's struggling a little bit.
Damage or something.
I mean, it looks okay.
What I think is most impressive that we've only got 1 DNF so far.
Oh, you've said it now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it probably will happen in this lap, but still. And until now, lap 11, only 1 DNF. Not bad.
Yeah, I believe the minute Connor will probably play mind games. Yeah, who is that yellow flag for?
I think we're a back marker. So, or maybe Aaron, but yeah, no, the gap is still the same. So. Aaron just overtook Pietman, I think.
Ah, okay.
So he's gotta take care of those back markers. Let's see if he doesn't make a mistake.
We've got House of Slam up next. Waves in the chat is asking, is there damage with Dawn, I'm assuming, because he's fallen off the back of Pietman quite a bit. Maybe that was just Aaron coming through. And
yeah, it definitely is, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think he's okay.
He doesn't look like he has damage, so...
We've got Hammer Time 95, who's gone with a prediction of Aaron, Stocky onto the podium and Pagani for promotion. Okay. So the consistency here, we've got a lot of people going for Aaron, Pagani. Probably the 2 favourites for promotion out of the ones people have been saying. That's fair enough. Aaron, probably the fastest guy in here based on previous Formula 1 races, and Pagani only just missed out on promotion last year, so in theory he should be
Pagani with a wiggle.
The fastest guy left since he came 5th.
Pagani has to overtake a back marker in a second. That's gonna be done. So let's see how he does that. Oh no, it's still got quite a gap.
It's gonna be a difficult place to overtake down here as well.
Yeah, now he's getting into a more safe part. I think he times his one well. No blue flags yet. Yeah, now it is. I think Don will slow down. Ooh, disappointing. Oh, you could go wide there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not the safest place. But,
ooh, on the podium now, has to take a different line.
Yeah, it's done by quite a bit of time now.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he did definitely. 5/10. Yeah.
Okay, we've got to bear in mind this is Don's first league race and one of the first races he's done on F1. So
definitely he did well to avoid anything.
Yeah, he's still learning the ropes.
Better off being on the inside, but it's still fair enough. He did well.
Yeah, he's very much learning the ropes at the minute. It's a few. And that is what Division 2 is all about. It's where everyone starts.
It will come as the week go on. I'm sure if they stick around next season, you know, there'll be a lot quicker. Pietman ran a little bit wide. I think he just got a bit nervous seeing Pagani in his mirrors. He's pulled out of the way, which was nice to see. Slowing right down to let onto the podium through as well.
Oh no, he's not. Oh, oh, yeah. These new guys haven't quite got the knack of blue flags yet. It'll come, but not at the minute. That's cost onto the podium about 2 seconds.
Yeah, not great for him, but in a minute we're going to see a blue flag. Full blue flag. So wrap your head around that one.
Yeah, we didn't get to say it a lot last season because he kept being spun out. But he's going to actually get a chance to show it.
I mean, Pietman slowing right down like that has allowed Don to get a little bit closer, although he's now just had to let blue flag through. And the Stocky goes through as well. Stocky coming up to the back of Pietman now through the fast left
right. Carp. Half a second to Nexus Jack. I don't know how that's happened. Wow. He was about 10 seconds behind him last time I looked.
I think Nexus... I mean, Nexus can't have had a spin because he's still only a second and a half behind Nexus Cats.
Goy Carp.
It's just found pace. Oh no, Nexus Jack is stopped. He's pit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's pit. I didn't see him pit.
Onto the podium, into the pits.
Podium is in as well. Yeah. That must be. Oh, Stocky's just hit the wall. He, I think, had a slide out of the last corner and it's gone straight into the wall on the right hand side.
Ooh.
He's definitely lost some front wing on
Yeah,
the
he's
right side.
understeering now. Yeah.
Yeah, massive dash. I think Peatman. Is that Peatman and Don gonna go through? Unlapping themselves.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Confidence. I like it. Of course, there's nothing wrong with unlapping yourself if you have more pace than the car unlap.
Yeah, Stocky is understeering a lot now.
You're struggling a lot with that wing. Guy Carper's in the pits.
He's changing his front wing.
Fresh. I mean, that might explain why he was falling back so much.
Yeah. Hopefully he won't be eating wings or checking his phone this time around, because he's in with a point.
Yeah. I think he'll be a lot more determined this season. I think we'll see a different guy this hopefully.
Well,
He
he's
still should have quite a big gap to Agent Panda, so he just needs to relax.
our race leader, comes into the pits. Very cautious on pit entry there, Aaron. Obviously, with that massive gap, there's no need.
Yeah,
He's got
Pagani
a
in
stop
as well.
go.
And Simon in, or blue flag, sorry.
I'm not sure.
Stocky can't wait to get in, I don't think.
Not sure where Aaron got that stop go from, but there we go.
Did he speed in the pit lane?
I don't know, he looked very slow going in, so I'd be surprised if he did.
Just quickly check the race director.
But it means that Pagani is now a lot closer. 2.2 seconds.
Now, a 5-second stop go isn't coming up on Aaron's race director.
Well, he definitely just served one.
Very strange.
Very strange indeed. That's Goy Carp. So if he slips behind Agent Panda now, he won't get the bonus point. So that's everyone's stopped now apart from House of Zom and Don. So Bendel's up for 6th. He's having a decent race. Michael C in 5th. Nexus in 7th and 8th. Stocky in 9th after changing his wing, so that's cost him a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then Goy Carp rounding out the points.
Sorry. Ravers is saying Aaron possibly jumped the start. And we didn't see it because Don also jumped the start. I mean, I think that would still show up on the race director, wouldn't it?
It would also have been a drive-through, not a stop-go, that one. So
yeah.
I don't think it's that. Beyond the podium is extremely close to Pagani now.
Oh, guy! Oh.
Well, he's lost wing again, and that's Agent Panda
Yeah, he had a
into the
very big
points.
slide. Don't think he's going to be very happy with that.
No.
Let's keep going. Agent Panda's had a bit of a slide now as well.
Oh, that's
Guy's
a
got
lot
a lot
of
of
understeer for
damage now.
Goy Carp. Yeah. That's fastest lap front to the podium now.
Yeah, he's right up behind Pagani.
Yeah, heartbreak from Raver's Revenge there for Goy Carp. Absolute heartbreak. Yes,
I think he's had a penalty as well, hasn't he, Guy? So I don't think he'll get a point either.
although Agent Panda is on 13 lap old inters, so I'm guessing he's going to have to stop before the end. So we might see Goy Carp get that position back.
Maybe, but Guy also has to stop and probably replace his wing.
Yeah.
It's still going to be very close.
It depends if he can keep this going at a decent pace, really, because at the minute he doesn't seem to be falling that far back. Interesting.
Did I miss something, or Pagani is closing in rapidly?
Oh, that was the 5-second stop go that Aaron had.
Okay.
No one's quite sure
Guy
how he
stayed
got.
out.
Providing he doesn't hit a wall, I'm gonna ask Aaron about that. I think.
Yeah, very, very strange one. Hopefully it's not a bug with the game.
You can guarantee it will be.
Yeah, probably.
That's the main
Hopefully with the
concern.
next game coming out a little bit earlier, it's not as broken.
Ooh. It's that. It's fastest lap. Goes back to Aaron for the additional point. Yeah,
Do you think he'll be thinking of that at this point in the race?
I think he knows it's well within his ability to get the point, so I think he'll be...
Oh! Toki had a big moment. Coming through the last couple of corners. Nectar's Jackie's had a bit of a moment coming out the last corner as well.
We've got some cars coming out the pits there as well. House of some Peatman a lap down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nectar's Jackie!
Peatman!
Back at Peatman. And
Peatman wasn't really thinking about this. Oh,
Peatman's moving across! Oh god.
Phew. Interesting.
That's one way of putting it. It seems like I've been
getting close.
I've been watching onto the podium, just sort of driving behind Pagani for 16 laps.
No, he's close.
Now.
No, he's getting close. Oh no, just went too wide on the exit.
Hey, and Panda's pit. And good close
go
up
for
by
a
2
dive.
seconds before he did.
No.
That's Goy Kart back into the points. Oh! Stop go penalty for Agent Panda.
That's going to be big.
Oh, it's all kicking off.
Yeah.
He is so close now.
Mighty
He's
close.
really close. I probably will understeer now. No, good exit. Okay.
Pagani got a very good exit though as well.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's another car coming out the pits now.
Okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, Agent Panda a little bit more experienced than the guys at
Yeah.
Flags. Panda knew just to get out of the way straight away there. 24 seconds behind Goy now, so you know with 10 and a half laps left, Goy should be okay unless he makes any big mistakes. I'll probably just cursed him there. Sorry, Goy.
Yep, it will now be entirely your fault. Yeah, I've been sort of watching this battle for pretty much the entire race, and absolutely nothing has happened whatsoever between onto the podium and Pagani. And I don't think we're going to get any dry weather. Doesn't look like it.
No, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to have this onto the podium Pagani battle for the rest of the race, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Tom's sacked out again, unfortunately. So I think that's Pete's going to be through then.
Anyone
Yeah.
outside the top 10 for a point? It's a good point actually, if someone can check penalties outside the top 10.
I can quickly have a look.
Aaron improving on his fastest lap. Will onto the podium get past Pagani? That's the question. He's been here all race long.
Looking at it.
So Peteman and House of Sun are penalty free.
Oh. There we go.
Aaron is definitely going for that fastest one.
Yeah, he wants it. It's quite like Valtteri Bottas really in the Australian Grand Prix. Sort of driven away and is now insisting on getting the fastest lap.
Right. Somebody with a very loud motorcycle.
Yeah,
Use.
Yellow flag, sector 3.
Please don't be Guy. Please don't be Guy. Oh, thank God.
Skip is...
I really don't want to curse him now. Feel so bad.
got Stocky and Nexus Cats as well.
Stocky really close, yeah. Yeah, I've been watching it, he's been getting closer, Stocky.
And onto the podium. And Pagani. Still very close to each other.
Yeah, very equal drivers, these two. Just kind of cancelling each other out at the minute.
He isn't
High
running.
ERS.
Yeah, he needs to run overtake from my. Oh god, blue flag just had one of the largest wobbles out of
Gets
the
with
corner
some
I've ever seen.
moments. Now Stocky's really close, all over the back of him. There will be a back mark coming up too. It's going to be interesting into this first sector. Bendel is.
I think it's the.
Oh no, can't be.
Who is that?
Oh, it's just Bendel, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, Bendel.
Yeah. So no back marker.
I mean, maybe onto the podium is playing this a little bit tactically. Maybe he's just, biding his time, and he'll overtake with a few laps left. Maybe.
And maybe it's just
So Pagani
penalties.
has a chance.
I think Pagani picked up one penalty at least.
Possibly.
Maybe he's just playing that game. Because he knows he can't get close to Aaron, I think.
Yeah, Pagani's got a couple, I think. So, yeah, good shot. Onto the podium, doesn't have any at the moment.
It's now battle for P6. 3 cars really close.
Socky got a good exit out of that corner.
We go for this one, I don't think he will. No, I think it's better off it.
Very ambitious, always trying to overtake him into that corner.
Yeah,
in the end.
I think we're going to see a move here at some point. Stocky looks a little bit quicker than Katz.
Yeah, I would expect him to wait until the start-finish straight.
But yeah, Katz is also quicker than Bendel, so...
Oh, Nexus got a big
Oh,
slide.
now he comes around the inside. No, on the grass.
Oh,
Oh!
they hit!
Oh!
Oh no. That's gonna let Nexus Jack through. Hopefully he sees him. Oh god!
Oh, he ghosted.
Thank god he
Oh.
ghosted.
That was like
Wow.
me and you last night, Remco. You ghosted just in front of me.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah. Scared the life
Yeah,
out
because
of
I
me.
was in, then getting back on track, and then I was on the exit of that corner, wasn't I?
Yep.
Was it you? Oh, I didn't know.
Scared the life out of me.
Nexus
Anyway.
gets on the back of Bendel now.
God Carp is a minute, apparently, behind Stocky. I'm not sure I believe that, but here we go.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Although I don't know, he might be because they did all that Agent Panda when he pit.
That's
didn't
true.
they?
That is
So-
true.
Yeah, unlucky for good. He's had to,
No,
change
it's
his
just gained
lane.
15 seconds in one corner. That is one hell of a corner from God Carp.
He's just flat out.
Oh, that is brilliant. 15 seconds in one corner.
Quick up, letting them by, very, very nicely done, because it wasn't needed to be done there.
Yeah, onto the podium is so close. He just can't find a way past.
Do you think he can't? I mean, when you're that close for the whole race, you should be able to get closer, right? Or is it just that Pagani is every time able to get a good exit when he needs to, like the last corner and out of turn 2?
Yeah, I mean, when your teammates with blue flag, for as long as Pagani has been,
Okay.
he's definitely learnt some defending. Without a doubt. Definitely
Yeah,
not just
sure.
the car.
Yeah, so it's fair to say if it stays as it is, some of the early promotion favourites will be getting the expected points in Aaron Pagani and
Yep.
onto the podium. So good effort so far from Michael C and Bendel in 5th and 6th as well.
Oh. I heard a bit of a scrape on
Yeah.
the wall there by onto the podium.
He just kissed it. Come on, go for a move, Connor. Come on. You can do it.
I mean, like we've already said though, he'll jump him on penalties.
Yeah, I think so. Aaron improving on his fast lap. Once again. Okay, good exit now. Which he does. Well,
The only
oh,
you
the
wanna know
steer.
why, though? The only battle on track at the moment.
Yeah. Stocky penalty.
Yeah, it's been a very experienced drive from Aaron so far. He's just
So far, indeed.
Yeah.
So far.
so far.
Curse of the commentator.
That's why I put so far on the end, just
Well
to
done.
make sure he doesn't blame me, because he will do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's done very well so far. He's just kept it clean.
So far.
I saw that yellow flag pop up and I was very concerned. No, he's okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure why Antonio's. I mean, we know he's got a penalty for Garni, but I think he would like to get past him on track anyway.
I don't know. Onto the podium is a very patient driver, and I don't think he would ever do something that might risk a possible result when he could just, stay behind.
So, who are your favourites for the overall constructors between both divisions? Because I think Ferrari and McLaren have been touted as sort of favourites. Have you got any preference between the two?
I went with Mercedes, but I mean, out with McLaren and Ferrari. Probably Ferrari, I would imagine.
Yeah, just to remind people, Ferrari is Aaron, Goy, Dutch and CJ. McLaren is It's Physics, Plexits, Pagani and Agent Panda.
I mean, when you say it like that though, McLaren is a very strong team.
Yeah,
Very
Plexit
strong
and Physics. Very good team. Pagani being there for Div 2, also Agent Panda getting some points sometimes. Ah.
I mean, CJ had a lot of bad luck yesterday though, it must be said.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would expect it to bounce back stronger next week.
Yeah, it was it's a very impressive qualifying and start to the race from CJ as well. He was right up there with the likes of Dutch, Plexits.
Yeah.
He was right there. But then didn't quite work out, got very unlucky in the race a few times.
Cat's had a bit of a moment, yeah.
Picked up a point, I believe, in 10th, something.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, I think I went with Ferrari for the overall constructors. I think Aaron will probably swing that in Division 2 this season.
Yeah, I think the same.
So who's the Mercedes boys then? Because I think you went with them, Joe.
Zach and Bren.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Zach and
Yeah,
Bran.
Mercedes.
I mean, they're looking good. Zach and Bran.
Yeah, and they've got a P3 and a P5, so very good start.
And we've got P3 and P4 here.
So I think they're in front now, if they finish like this.
Possibly.
Yeah, Bran really surprised me yesterday. Pace has really picked up.
Oh, God.
What's happened?
Onto the podium, and a Haas just had a very, very, very close bit and came together under blue flags, and the Haas's had a spin. That's House of Zom.
Oh,
Really? They're nowhere near each other.
Well, they're not anymore, no.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, it's not the closest of races, this one, unfortunately. House of Zom has just overtaken 4 people at once, according to the timing screen. That is impressive. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. That's just very, very confusing.
4 laps left. Aaron is quite gone about his business.
Yeah, he's done a CJ, as I've now christened it. And it's just sort of driven away, really.
That's what it's known as now. When you dominate the race so much, it's just known as CJing.
Yeah. Yeah, we might see a fair bit of that in Div 2 this season, I imagine. All based on Aaron's ability to bottle it. Yeah, stewards are going to be busy.
Yeah, just for
Unlucky Rovers, as the new stewarding system means that I'm sure you're aware your job. So
have fun.
unlucky. You're the one that'll have to be dealing with all of this madness.
So, while it's quiet, do you want to quickly have a chat about Cup and Panel? I mean, both of them have improved. Who do you think will finish with the most points this season?
I'm gonna put my money on Goy. I think he's been showing some pace and also consistency. I think he will get some points, but maybe they're equal on points now if Koikarp gets 1 point and H. Penna gets a point for no penalties. If he manages to get no penalties.
No, I mean he's had a stop-go. I don't know if that.
Okay.
Probably does count, really. It's quite a big penalty.
I think he's had penalty anyway. To be fair.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Goikarp, I think. I think he's going to put a lot more practice in this time with his teammates.
Taking it a lot more serious this season.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot more people to battle with as well, with House of Storm, Agent Panda, Peatman and Don. And he's currently top of that group. So he'll be very, very happy if he can bring this home.
And he's still driving around with the damaged wing. You know, sad as well.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
He didn't hit after getting damage. I mean, the gap was 25 seconds to Agent Panda. But, you know, 2 laps left. He's just taking it easy. So, fair play to him.
I disagree with that statement strongly, Rovers. So there we go.
Yes, do I. Although actually, well, it is Baku, so it might not be that bad.
There is a certain wall me and Pagani like to clip, and weirdly it's not even the castle one. It's just a completely different one, so...
Yeah, onto the podium has fallen back a little bit now.
Stocky, after his spin, has caught back up to Nexus Cats again.
Yes, another battle.
He seems to get close to someone and then he'll have a spin. Usually with another car.
Approaching the same corner where they had said crash, so...
And they've got a blue flag again. But no, it's okay. There's
a McLaren there. Agent Panda, I think that is.
Yeah, there's your penalty for Agent Panda as well. Yeah, it's been incredibly unlucky in this race, as Stocky. It's fair to say.
Yeah. Once we're going back to 5/10.
Yep, nothing new there.
2 laps to go. I mean, somebody we've not mentioned in this race at all is Michael C. And he's just fallen under the radar. It's currently P5.
It's a very good result.
I don't think we've given him any footage yet. Any time on screen.
Yeah, he's going to need some points because me and Rovers didn't do too well for the Williams team last night, so he's going to need to pick up some points, which he is doing. So, oh, Stocky.
Oh, Stocky's lost it.
Out of turn 11, I think.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Oh, no,
maybe in the first sector.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
yeah, that corner. That's I think Tim 12 can talk him through. That one.
I mean, that's going to promote Guy to P9, which I believe would be his best ever finish.
In regular divisions, definitely.
Yeah, and Agent Panda would be into the points as well.
Unbelievable.
What a start of the season that would be. Anyway, there goes our other battle, so it's back to onto the podium in Pagani.
Well, at least Stocky's managed to provide some entertainment, however unlucky that has been.
Actually, this is the last lap. Aaron is coming... this race has gone by fast.
Yeah, and he's got past Donzo.
And will we see a last lap overtake from onto the podium?
No.
Don't think so. I think
No,
he's been
definitely
liking
not.
this view. And I am convinced that he must be jumping him on penalties. He must be. Otherwise, Pagani has been doing a proper job defending, which he does, of course, already. Ooh, maybe now. He's close. You can go this one if you want to. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he simply doesn't want to.
Here's Aaron coming through the last couple of corners. Just had a little bit of oversteer coming out of that last one, but he didn't bin it. Comes to the line, and that is it.
And does he have the fast lap?
Looks like it.
Yes, he does.
Maximum points.
Very
Well,
good
apart
point
from
for him.
pole. He didn't get pole, but
Nope, no perfect weekend. Yeah, on the podium gets him. No penalties for him, I think.
blue
Or
flag.
at least 6 seconds less.
I don't think blue flag would jump Pagani. It'd
Nope.
be very
Ooh,
close.
closer.
3.5 seconds.
Yes, now is the waiting game. Oh no, of course they all finish now if the check flag starts.
As I mentioned before, quite a race Michael C, but across the line of P5. I mean, that's a great finish, to be fair to him.
First race
Oh,
on cockpit
crash.
camp. Oh Jesus. Bendel, very good result as well, coming in with P6 on the wheel.
Yeah, solid. Great
There we go.
drive.
Cat's,
Just getting the points home, important for the first one.
Cat's close behind in 7th. Jack's
In the end, every single point will matter.
Oh,
Yeah, the 8th finishes jump. Go
There's 2 more drivers left.
Finished.
I'm not. I think the game's glitched a little bit because it's popped House of Zom up to 9th, despite finishing like half a minute behind going.
Oh, it's not done that on mine.
Oh, okay, it's just mine then. Weird.
Yeah, he's still P12. Just crossed the line on my screen.
Who knows? I just don't know anymore.
I mean, it would be incredible for House of Sun. 3 lap overtake on the last lap. 3 overtakes on the last lap. 9.
There we go. An all British podium, unlike Division 1,
Yeah.
which is usually a Dutch one.
Unfortunately. Drive from our. Cannot complain with that. Great start to the season. Right, so Aaron onto the podium and Pagani.
So there we go. Aaron onto podium, Pagani coming in first, second, and third. Blue flag and Michael C in 4th and 5th. Good race for Michael C there, and blue flag. Bendel in 6th, very nice to see. Nexus, Cats, and Jack in 7th and 8th. Going Carpenter Panda picking up some very, very deserved points at the start of the season in 9th and 10th. The new guys, Peterman, House of Zom in 11th and 12th, just missing out on a point there. And Stocky 13th, Don 14th, and Super Jills DNF in 15th.
Yeah, Peterman and House of Zom, did you say got a point? So even though they finished down the order a little bit, clean race, and they've essentially got the same points as if they finished 10th. So, very good.
Right, well that vape means that Aaron has joined us, so we'll get started. So, Aaron, you took the victory that many predicted. Did the air pressure ever get to you, or was that quite smooth?
I've never concentrated so much on a race before. My eyes are absolutely killing me now. No, in fairness, it was I had a ridiculously good start for the first time in like my entire life, and found myself P1 by the end of turn 1, which shocked me. And then after that, I sort of concentrated on just trying to stay consistent, and luckily the guys behind were all kind of fighting, so that allowed me to pull away. and yeah, it was pretty comfortable. But after that pit stop incident, it wasn't.
Yeah, what happened there? How did you end up with a stop go?
A stop go.
I think you stopped, didn't you?
He got held in the pits by my car and then Si's car.
Oh, it looks like a stop
well-
go on our screen because you were there for
No,
so long.
Yeah, on entry, because Goy had just pitted, my mechanics weren't ready, so they come running back out. So I had like a 4 or 5 second delay whilst they were getting ready. And then on exit, I was having to wait for Pagani and Simon's car. So I only came out, I went in with like an 8 second gap or something, then I come out of like a 2 second gap. So at that point, my heart was beating through my throat. So yeah, bit of an unnecessary thing, but if anything, that probably just restated my concentration. So yeah.
But yeah, so obviously that sets you up pretty well for the start of the season. Moving on to Baku next week, do you reckon that's going to be another decent result for you?
Hopefully. In Baku, I think I took pole there in Div 1 a couple of seasons back, and I finished on the podium there a couple of times as well. So that's filling me with a bit of confidence. The start of this season's pretty strong for me, like Azerbaijan and then Canada. So I'm hoping to try and string together as many points as possible. But I'm confident for Baku next week. Yeah.
Nice. Looking at the constructor side of it, Dutch picked up a P2 yesterday in Div 1 and Goy Karp scored some points and you the win, so you thinking you might be in with a shout?
Yeah, the only thing to consider on that basis is that Mercedes and McLaren all had good results in both divisions as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing the actual table after this. It's going to be close, but no, I mean, credit to Goy tonight. I mean, the Div 1 boys, CJ had a problem last night, which was a shame, but Dutch did what Dutch does. And no, I was really, really pleased for Goy tonight as well. He was concentrating a lot and he's put a lot of time into it, so good reward for him. I'm pleased.
Yeah, it was a very good race from you and well done on first.
Thank you very much, mate.
Alright, then I'll take it with Connor, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So Connor, are you happy with that P2? Of course, your first race back.
Yeah, the start didn't go to plan, but yeah, after that start, I feel like P2 was the best I was going to get. Aaron just pulled away, so I knew Pagani had penalties, so I sort of sat behind him, and yeah, got P2 in the end.
Yeah, because we were wondering, because were you even planning to overtake him, or just trying to stay with him and be in that 6 second gap?
Well, originally I tried to overtake him, but I realised it's Australia in the wet, so
Yeah.
it was going to be a risky move, and I knew on mid-race that Pagani had penalties, so there was no point in risking a move. So in the end, I just decided to sit behind him. There's no point.
Yeah, okay. So you got P2. What were your hopes coming into this one? Like a win, or are you happy with this P2?
Yeah, happy with P2. I didn't really know what I was aiming for, just a decent result and hopefully finishing the race. So
Yeah, okay. And so any title hopes and challenging Aaron?
we'll have to wait and see.
Okay, so
You know
so
you can do
next
it,
week.
Connor.
Hmm?
Oh, I was light work here.
So next week Baku is next. How are you feeling around there?
I've had some good races in the past. I don't think I've actually done a proper race around that track yet on this game, so who knows, I could eat those words, but right now I'm feeling good about it, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Well done, and now Joe will take it with Pagani.
Yeah, Pagani. Right, P3. How was that race for you, mate?
It was fine until I decided to tweak my wet setup before the race. That wasn't a good idea.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, we're quite quick in the wet, so.
But I knew Aaron had been secretly sweating time trial and practice. I mean, he even said he did it 19, which would have put him in top 5 in the Div 1 race, so
Yeah.
he's a little sweat. But, I mean, I hooked it up pretty nice for once, so that went well. But then, turn 5, turn 6. So I kind of had a wiggle in the fast right, and I thought, I'm only going to get one opportunity to overtake a corner. So I thought, sod it, I'm going for it.
Yeah, I got that impression.
I mean, while we're on that sort of topic of onto the podium, I mean, you've been speaking quite a lot over the pre-season, and one driver you said you're not looking forward to fighting was Connor, and that you've got a race-long fight with him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, how was that? I bet that was quite fun.
Well, when he went for the undercut, I knew he was going to be close, and then he made one or two sort of half-hearted, like, if he wanted to go for them, he could have probably gone for it, but he just didn't, so I knew he was probably going to stay behind me and wait for me to make a mistake. So, like, I got a bit squirrely at the chicane once, yeah, I clenched. But, I mean, I had Si in a party with me, and he said he was 9 seconds behind corner. So I thought, right, if I play this smart, I might be able to keep it on the podium. And then with 3 laps to go, he says, "Oh, I've just gained half a second," and I thought, oh, no, I've got nothing left to give. But no, yeah, I mean, I was aiming for P5 today, so P3, I'd gladly take it.
Yeah. So, I mean, heading into this season, I mean, everybody that knows you knows you're a very confident sort of driver. How are you going into this season? Are you wanting to get promoted? Are you going for promotion?
Well, I'm thinking it's the last season on this game, so so we're gonna have to recalibrate where people are for next season. So I'm thinking, you know what? Let's take this fight to Aaron and give it all we've got.
That's nice to hear. I'm looking forward to that.
He's not going to win Baku, I can tell you that much right now.
Well, that was the next question. Baku. How are you feeling for that?
Baku is my baby. I've been fast there since F1 2016, so Aaron probably has me on 1 lap pace, but it's not all winning qualifying.
Well, there we go. I mean, if that's not something to tune in for me, I don't know what is. But yeah, that's it. Congrats on the P3, mate.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, so there we go then. Hopefully you'll all join us tomorrow for the Challenge Championship, which I believe is going. Raver's streaming that one, so that one should be fun. 8 PM as always.